Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a produced XM Studios custom Jean Grey Phoenix head that somebody produced. Now, I'm not sure who produced it. I completely forgot. I forgot who sculpted it. But I was contacted by the person, says, they're going to be making the head. Would you like to put your name on the list? And I was like, you can put my name on the list, but anybody that wants, me to paint up for them, I don't work through you. They have to contact me and I deal with them directly, because me dealing directly with somebody, this is how I got all these different variations of heads right here that we'll kind of go over in a second, which is a lot more fun than painting up 6 or 7 of them all the same and then shipping them out. So now there's a variation of each of them, which is kind of fun, and each person that deals with me, they get to have their own little take on what they want on their statue, which is more fun than everybody having the same thing. So we'll kind of break all that down, but real quick, I was also contacting them by, they were said that the magnet might not be strong enough to keep the head in there, and I was like, well, you produce a head, you want to make sure everything kind of secured into the statue pretty well. So I asked the people that I'm working for, I said, look, this is what the guy mentioned to me. What I can do is I can order a stronger magnet, but what I got to do is I got to Dremel in underneath the, the neck piece, the key, just so this magnet that's longer and stronger will fit in there. And they were like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it, because it's better be safe than sorry. But the only problem is I can't put the magnet in on my end, because if I put it in wrong, they get the statue in and they go to put it on, it pops off the statue. So I made sure there was enough room where they can throw some glue in there and they can push the magnet in and it will set, and then they're ready to go on their end. So that's the only way I could come up with this. And if, of course, since I don't have the statue, you see my little setup, what I do is I get blocks of wood and I I just drilled these thick drill bits in there and I put the heads on them, which is easier to paint and dry, and I can get everything done. So we'll kind of break down all the pieces of what I did so you can see the difference of each head, which is a lot of fun, and I always enjoy doing this. So 2 heads to the left, as you can see, were done by 2 different people, and they wanted more of, just a smoky eye, nothing really crazy, no real crazy blush. They wanted a nice, natural lip color, and the hair to be more of a red. I put mahogany in the red hair, so you could kind of see, the difference between the two, and hopefully the lights are doing. They didn't want a lot of pearls in there. There is some orange highlights, but I can't go too orange because it would look like fire. So it's very subtle, but it's there. Almost like that Phoenix custom head base, that LSB that I made a while back. So, I can link that in the description. I kind of try to follow that a little bit. So, and then these 2 heads were done by somebody that they wanted one head more of like, the pretty look. They wanted more like, some eyeshadow, lipstick, some blush. But the hair to be a little bit, basic hair, not too shiny. I added a little bit of pearls in there. But then the head to the right of her, it's kind of like the Dark Phoenix is coming out of her. He wanted black eyes and he wanted fiery hair. So that hair's got all like, got some pearls in there and it's got some shine to it. It might not be showing in the camera that much, but it's like really flamed up and it's really popping. But as you can see with these 2 you can see the difference of these heads, where this one is a little bit more plain and natural looking and it's just Jean Grey being Jean. But this one's a little bit more, pops up a little bit more, as you can see the blush and, the eyeshadow. So like I said, it's kind of fun that way. And as you notice, to make me a little, while I was working on these, I numbered each piece so I know with the piece of paper, like number 2 went to this person, number 4 went to that person, so I knew each one was going to each one. Ultra fine transfer eyes, which I always do because I'm not very good with eyes, so I'd rather use the eye decals. It makes life a lot easier for me. And then Garage Kids Flesh Tone, and then just random stuff. So this one right here is from somebody that wanted something different. So this is kind of cool. It's like the Dark Phoenix is like, starting to come up. It's starting to, the hair is starting to, start fire. And he wanted more of the natural look on this one as well. So what I did is I did some heavy pearls, but I kind of, popped it up a little bit over there. He did send me a picture of somebody else who did something like this as well, and he really liked that on his. So I'm like, yeah, if that's what you like and you want it on your statue, not a problem. It's not really, copying anyone. It's just that what he really liked, but he wanted me to paint it up. So, you get a little bit different takes, and other people who paint up stuff. It's like it's just fun. Everybody just gets something different here, which is kind of cool. So these are the Jean Grey heads. Really not much else to it. One of the other things too is the producer says put black underneath the necks because I guess when you put her on the statue, she has a black neck, and it's possible that there could be a little bit of a gap, or maybe it's not perfectly flush. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the statue, so that's why I did some black under each neck. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, really cool head, nice sculpt. I think it'll look really good on the statue. And like I said, I did a couple of these. So these are 5 here. I have a 6th one, but the 6th one actually got delayed because when I started working on these, the person who won the 6th didn't get back to me fast enough, so I couldn't waste any more time waiting. I had to start working on them. So I started pumping out these while that one's kind of delayed. So that one will get done, and then when that's done, I'll just ship it off to the person. I think he, if I remember correctly, when he did get there, he just wanted like a nice simple head, you know, not really any much blush or eyeshadow, so it'll probably be simplified as well. But really cool, good sculpt. Kind of show you a little bit more about it. So as you can kind of see, I dremeled out the hole a little bit deeper in here, a little bit wider. So a nice strong magnet. It's going to be like, you know, fairly almost about the key. So that's going to be pretty good. You can see how the back of the hair is. Nice good sculpt with the hair. So it'll look pretty good. I'm pretty sure once it's up on the statue, it'll come together pretty nicely. Other than that, there really wasn't anything to the heads. I mean, it was a really great clean casting. There was no seam lines whatsoever. I didn't see any really seam lines. I mean, I looked all over and it was very good. Well, all I did was wash them up really well, you know, with soap and hot water. Used primer. Primer went on to them really good, so there wasn't like, you know, some heavy mold release on them where primer wasn't sticking to them. So that was a good thing, because sometimes you get these castings from people and, you know, there could be a lot of mold release where primer doesn't want to stick to the statue. You got to sand it down really well, but these worked out pretty good. So there you go. That is XM Phoenix head. So hopefully you like the way they came out. A lot of different variations, and thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.